So the last thing we're going to take a look at is this area of a triangle is half the base times the height. Remember, they have to be perpendicular. I just made a little note here, right? It's the shaded one. So if you can tell that this is like shaded, so we're finding an area of that one. This just gives us information about the height. You're going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem a lot in these diagrams. That's why they give us this 8 and this 16. Or they gave us the height this time. So perimeter, no they don't. We have to use the Pythagorean theorem to get this piece right here. We need the length of that side. So 16 is our, we're finding the hypotenuse. So we're going to take 16 squared plus 8 squared. And then, 16 squared plus 8 squared. And then, so it's the square root of 320 is that side. And so if we take the square root of 320, we get 17.9 approximately. So we have to use the Pythagorean theorem. We had the height, but we need it this side. So our perimeter, we're going to add 34 plus 22 plus 17.9. And then area is half the base times the height. So we're going to multiply 1/2. So our base is 22. And then the height, how tall the triangle is 16. All right. So each time it's this like shaded triangle that you're finding the perimeter and area of, but you might have to like find a missing piece, right? So like in this one, that's a right, this is, if that's a right angle, this is a right angle right here. So you can do the Pythagorean theorem to get the length of this side that you just need for the perimeter, right? So you're going to find the perimeter and the area of each triangle, but each time it's like the shaded one that you're looking for. So like on this one, this would be 9 square root 2, right? Because if that's 9 and that's 9, that would be 9 square root 2. And then we also need this side right here. So in this big right triangle, this side is 13 plus 9, so that side is 22, right? This whole side right here. In this big triangle, we can use that big triangle to get this long side right here, right? So if we take 22 squared plus 9 squared, and then we take, so it's the square root of 565 is the length of that other side, so 23.8. So this side of the triangle is 23.8, so on number 4, right? So we had to do the Pythagorean theorem with this big right triangle. And I use this 40, like this is isosceles, to get that was 9 root 2, but you could certainly use the Pythagorean theorem right there too. So our perimeter would be 13, because it's the shaded one, right? So we're looking at the area of this triangle right here. 13 plus 9 root 2 plus 23.8. And then for the area, it's half the base times the height. Remember, it's the shaded one. So for the shaded one, our base is 13, and the height, how tall is it, is 9.